right? It's gonna pump again. I already know they're gonna pump it again, guys. A strange feeling they're about to pump it again, just because of July 4th imminent, where we see celebrations and fireworks. This isn't a bad place to buy, I would say so. And then you guys can sell higher. So when is it? 9/11 is July 4th right here. I have a feeling, watch this video back July 4th, that we're gonna be above this region by July 4th. That's just a feeling. I don't know 100%, right? Wow. After all, they did pump it, guys. The demons did pump it after all, huh? Crazy. Yep. So the feeling was correct, guys. Those feelings don't miss. Now, what I'm feeling about now, maybe perhaps next week. I'm not sure about the timing 100%, but around the corner, I do feel like a black swan is looming. I don't know, but hello everyone, hope you guys are having an amazing day. XRP is around $2.25 in the green today. Wow, so we did pump it after they took my liquidity, huh? That's so sinister of them. Bitcoin 109k, guys. Bitcoin's about to create a new all-time high here soon, right? But then watch out for any black swan events. If there are, down we go. That's the only thing that worries me. Nothing else matters. Now, guys, the fun part of XRP in the XRP community. Now, this is quite interesting. For Mr. Pool, final on 7-3, guys. What's about to happen? Right, the finale, perhaps. And you know what comes next? 7-16, go up and never stop. That seems to be upcoming as well. Not to mention on July 10th, David looks like a 589. Right, I swear this is not altered or fake. I ordered delivery, and this was written on the bag. It's probably 68s upside down, but I can't tell for sure. Wow, this was back in July 10th, 2021. People still call us crazy, huh, David? Wow. So July 10th is around the corner, 589. But remember, 589 means reset. Okay? Interesting. So let us see what's upcoming. Truly, a total reset could be on the horizon. I'm not kidding. Why? The reason we're pumping is because obviously they timed it specifically. How did we not? I'm actually frustrated. I am, because that was gonna be my opportunity to bring it all back, but I missed it, right? Since they brought it back down, and now I'm not in. So they pumped it with news, obviously, because there needs to be a narrative for the pump. New, Ripple has applied for an AC's national bank license, right? So this is massive news, guys. Ripple, I'm telling you. We called this literally back in end of 2019 that I said XRP is the chosen one. Or was it 2020? I don't remember. But we said XRP, Ripple are the chosen ones. Ripple has applied for a national banking license, joining the rush of cryptocurrency companies seeking to cross the divide into mainstream finance, right? Bridging traditional finance into decentralized finance. It's like XRP is the bridge for it all. I'm literally telling you this from Brad Garlinghouse. True to our long-standing compliance roots, Ripple is applying for a national bank charter from the OCC. If approved, we will have both state and federal oversight, a benchmark for trust in the stablecoin market. Earlier in the week, via standard custody, we also applied for a Fed master account, while Congress is working towards clear rules and regulations, and banks are leaning in. This access would allow us to hold our RLUSD reserves directly with the Fed and provide an additional layer of security to future-proof trust in RLUSD. It's game over. RLUSD is literally about to overtake USDC and USDT, guys. Especially when we see that black swan, where will people flee? Into RLUSD. Ripple always has and will continue to build trusted, battle-tested, and secure infrastructure. In a $250+ billion market, RLUSD stands out for putting regulation first, setting the standard that institutions expect. Wow. Right, so Ripple applying for a national bank charter. You have no idea how much counterparty risk this cuts out of RLUSD. This would make RLUSD the safest and most compliant stablecoin, right? Is issued out of a trust, meaning reserves are safe from the issuer. That's already a better setup than many other issuers. Those reserves are held with a bank. What? So now it's going to be bank backed, basically. That's diabolical, guys. Right? I look at this, much better and safer than holding it via bank is to hold those reserves directly with the federal account. Great move. Wow. So if this doesn't tell us, guys, that you already won, and what's funny is we talked about RLUSD in the previous video yesterday, right? And how we actually talked about it's not going to depeg due to all this infrastructure it has built around. So imagine RLUSD inside a castle, right? And that castle, it's being protected, guys, but by its troops. That's what RLUSD is right now. But with Tether, it doesn't have a castle. It's just, you could attack it directly at this point. So this access would allow us to hold RLUSD reserves directly with the Fed. And there it is, directly with the Fed, which provides an additional layer of security to future-proof trust in RLUSD. Directly with the Fed, guys. What? Wait, they won. With the Fed. Didn't we say that they are the master manipulator of the system? Which is why we are here today, right? The world wouldn't be where it's at right now without the Fed. We will be somewhere more prosperous, perhaps. But if they're working with the main puppet of the system, Jerome Powell obviously knows. Something few issuers today can claim, right? A lot of shots at Tether today, guys. So Ripple becoming the first crypto bank, this means that, in conclusion, holds reserves directly with the Feds, i.e. no bank required, can provide banking services and likely include cryptocurrency, can lend money using your XRP and crypto as collateral, potentially on-chain. What? This is crazy, guys. And here's the kicker. FDIC insurance on deposits up to $250K, which might include some cryptocurrencies. No way, guys. That's what I was thinking, if it's $250K, right? So that means you're now safe up to $250K as well, which literally no other crypto provides, right? No other fintech company provides within the crypto market. I don't think so. That's ridiculous. What? For years, we have said Ripple was becoming a central bank. Exactly. You know why? Because Gregory Mannarino once upon a time stated that the Fed is basically going to collapse all these smaller banks, right? And they're going to make it more, the banking system will become much more centralized than it is today. There are how many banks out there in the world? Probably 5,000, right? Or like a lot, like thousands, right? I'm not quite sure of the exact amount, but that number will get reduced throughout time, right? Before the collapse, there's going to be a handful of banks, guys, that controls the entire system in that new era, which is why Ripple is becoming a bank, right? Think about this, because I told you, if you're backed by a bank, or if you are a bank, guys, you won. Did we not say this? This is so weird. Wow.
But rather than fix the system, what do? They try to plan to consolidate it. And that consolidation phase is already underway. We see so many examples of this everywhere. Now, the driver, as smaller and smaller banks begin to collapse or get absorbed, the trust in the traditional institutions begin to erode. What does this mean? It means that they're already setting the stage for some new kind of central bank. Hence the title I put over here. One not bound to borders, not bound and limited to monetary policies, right? One that's built on the protocol, not politics necessarily, a cross-border settlement system, you see? And that's why I think Ripple enters the equation over here. Through partnerships with the central banks, financial institutions, private markets, and so forth, Ripple, you could say, is gradually becoming the central counterparty for cross-border value. That's going to be the driver of this. And XRP, of course, is the bridge, the reserve settlement layer. But rather than...
Wow, I just can't believe my face here. I literally can't, right? We won, guys. We have won. Finally, huh? 14 million RLUSD minted at RLUSD Treasury. So with all this news coming out, people are flooding into RLUSD right now, and it's getting minted. Ripple teams up with OpenPaid to deliver enterprise RLUSD stablecoin payment infrastructure, right? So this is all happening right now. Utilities being unleashed into the entire world. Then we got major news incoming. ISO for the Fedwire Fund service will be implemented on July 14th. Greenlit. Where else have we seen that? August 15th from Mr. Poole confirmed. Greenlit. Right? This is coming out too. Greenlit is right here. Right? Next is the rocket ship, which will then activate celebrations. I told you July 4th probably we're going to move higher, right?
Hello, everyone. I'm Pat Thielen. I'm the Vice President of Global Account Management at Ripple. We truly believe that there is an internet of value coming, much like the internet provided with communications and email in the 90s and through the beginning of the millennium. Today, the payment system is advancing. And unlike a lot of the other crypto players in Ripple space, we truly believe that the revolution is going to occur from within.
This person is from Ripple, guys. They literally said there needs to be a change, right? A new financial system needs to be built because the old one is outdated, and we need new rails, right, within the system. I mean, this is how it's working, right? Which is the reset. So they're building out the rails right now, and one day they're gonna flip that switch, guys. They're gonna flip that switch where XRP brings or takes all the volume of the TradFi system, right? As much as it can handle. And that is what the flip of the switch is all about.
So the ecosystem that the U.S. Faster Payments Council has put together will be those players that will make sure we advance the industry. The working groups that are coming out, it's the cross-border, the QR, the directory model. These are really opportunities to take that user experience, the interoperability that has been designed in the other initiatives, and really apply it to real-world problems. Many countries have leapfrogged the U.S. in real-time payments, so this is a real opportunity for us to leverage a body like this. The playing field is set, and you can either sit on the sidelines or suit up with U.S. Faster Payments Council and change the game.
So there it is, guys, right? So can we flip the switch from 7-Eleven going to 7-Eleven? You guys want anything? Elon Musk once upon a time tweeted out 7-Eleven, but from green to red, right? Or red to green. Which could it be? Let's talk about it. So they actually did pump XRP. They actually did. We called it. July 4th, we may see a pump because July 4th is 9/11. And they're going to ritualize this XRP to pump. Why? Because 9/11 is reset. Okay? And when destruction occurs, XRP flips that switch and moves higher. That's so crazy, man. If I honestly feel sad and I feel heartbroken because I was in a long here, right? I actually added to my long when it came back down, guys, right? And I was hoping it held above like 220, right? But obviously it went all the way back down. If only I was in that long, I was like in a 100x long. I'm not even kidding, right? With like a bunch of XRP. Because I bought it like I think like a week or two ago, right? And yeah, they took me out. That was my chance right here, right? They took me out, and now they're gonna pump it. Probably $3 is incoming. But I do feel like a black swan could be imminent. I'm not gonna be talking about that in today's video. Maybe perhaps the next one. So that means that could mean new all-time highs is around the corner. There's a bunch of sell orders at 230-ish, and then 260, and then after then it's new all-time highs, guys. That was a final two for today's video. Let's see what comes up next, but again, be extremely bullish because we're entering that new era, that new financial system, shall we say. Not financial advice, but anyways, that's all for me. See ya.